All right, so we are mixing up our shrine showcase a little bit this week. Something new that we're trying out. Basically, the plan is we're going to jump on here, do a little recording for YouTube first, and kind of give our opinions, use our new kind of ranking guide to go over the perks. And then we're going to take it to the stream and going to test out some of the perks in builds that were kind of inspired to play. So that's kind of the plan here. You can see our title and you can see kind of our four different tiers here that we're going to rank things on. Basically, meta perks, must haves, gotta buy them, right? If you don't have them already, pick them up or get that character to unlock them. Then we have our good tier, which is basically our build around me perks or second choices. So these will be perks that you really need a solid build or they don't do anything. They don't stand alone. And there'll be perks. We've got one in the shrine because I took a little sneak peek ahead of time this week where if you don't have any of the meta perks for that role, then you might use this if you have it. But I may not pick it up unless we're kind of trying to collect all the perks. The meme perks are going to be the ones that are fun to play and do something a little bit different, maybe something a little crazy, and get a lot of laughs out of, but they're not that good. And then we have the trash ones, which aren't fun, aren't good second options, third options, fourth options, fifth options, and they definitely aren't meta. So we're going to hop over to the store and kind of test out a few of these new things that we have. So, as always, we've got two survivor and two killer perks. This week we have breakdown, which is a Jeff perk. And anytime you're moved from a hook, wow, we cannot talk. Anytime you're moved from a hook, escaped or saved, the hook breaks and the killer's aura is shown to you for 5 seconds, and then the hook is broken for 180 seconds. So this can be a lot of fun. It's one of those perks that you kind of have to build around a little bit or play with a squad that is on the same page. And that's why it's going to fall into our good or meme tier somewhere in the middle of the rankings there. It's very good in Sabo builds, bring good toolboxes, maybe some breakout or other perks that go along with that. And you can have a lot of fun with a lot of laughs. It's going to lead to wins, maybe not, but it's going to lead to a lot of fun games. So that's one we might try to mess around with on stream later on. And then kind of sticking with that theme of kind of right in the middle of our rankings between build around and meme, we have diversion, which is an Adam Francis perk. And basically what this allows you to do is hit and activate ability button and you throw a pebble, creating a distraction 20 meters away. And that's just a loud noise notification and some scratch marks. So this is just one of those trolling perks, right? This kind of falls more in your meme territory than in your build around me territory. And it's just one that can be a lot of fun. So as we're talking here, we're going to use our new little tool here. And we're already kind of scribbling all over the place. We're going to go with good slash meme for this one here. We said more meme here. So that kind of covers our survivor perks for us there. So we've got those kind of discussed already. We're going to hide that. We'll do kind of the final rankings at the end with our tool here. And then we have oppression here, which is a twins perk. And basically, when you damage generator, up to 3 others begin regressing as well. And any survivors on the gens receive a difficult skill check. It's got an 80-second, a very long cooldown. This is one of those that if you don't have any gen regression, I'd run it. But otherwise, there are lots of better options out there. So we'll throw on our kind of title here. What are we going to go with? Go with like second tier. It's a second tier option there. And then we'll look at our last one here, which is enduring, which is a hillbilly perk, which basically lets you be a little bit more resilient to pain, it says. But really what that means is that it reduces the duration of pallet stuns by 50%. So this is going to be one of our build around perks in that with a combination of other perks like hubris or what is it? Spirit Fury with any of those kind of quick breaking palette or providing you with an effect like Hubris does with the exposed status effect on the survivor when you get stunned. These things speed you up when you get stunned and then give you some sort of benefit like breaking the pallet or providing something along the lines of the exposed status effect. So these are definitely built around me. They're not top tier. They can be pretty good if the survivors kind of play into them. But overall, they're still built around me and they're not up there at the highest tier. So this is kind of our opinions on these. We definitely want to mess around a little bit with enduring, and we'll probably have some fun with these survivor perks as well on stream here shortly. But if I was spending my hard-earned iridescent shards here, I'd probably pick up enduring if I'm not planning on leveling up hillbilly. If I am, he's got tinkerer as well. So two very good perks, or pretty good perks in the case of enduring on hillbilly. So I probably want to unlock those the old-fashioned way with some blood points. But that's definitely kind of like my number one to pick up here. This is definitely my number four. There's just so many better options there. And then these are kind of tied for my 2A and 2B. I think both of these, depending on your playstyle, can be a lot of fun. So that's kind of the order that I would spend my iridescent shards on them if I had them. But again, we've got some good ones here. We've got some fun ones. Nothing that is complete trash. We've got a lot of fun perks here. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a quick summary here so that way we can throw up a short later on. And for anybody that wants to skip, we'll put a timestamp here that you can just skip to our final opinion here instead of listening to the whole video. But yeah, we're going to quick sum this up and then we'll hop over and we'll play some builds using these perks. So without any further ado, what we'll say is with our 4 perks here today, we have 2 survivor perks that end up being a lot of fun, even if they aren't top tier. We have one that works great in Sabo builds, or even as a standalone perk, just to maybe give you a chance to wiggle off or go down, get picked up, and just be unhookable. You can kind of build with your survive with friends, and you can kind of run it on your own as well. So fun one, not the highest tier, but fun. Then we have diversion, which is another fun one. Kind of troll the killer here. We've got kind of a second tier gen regression perk, and then we have enduring, which is very much so a build around me perk for kind of stun builds. Speed up the stun, get after the survivors. So a lot of fun stuff here, but real quickly, we have our 4 perks here. We've got 2 fun meme survivor perks. We've got 1 build around me, pretty high tier killer perk, and then we have 1 second tier gen regression perk here. So if we were recommending our hard-earned iridescent shards on these perks, we'd grab enduring first, then we might consider one of the 2 more meme build around me survivor perks, and kind of the last option would be our gen regression perk here. It's just not as good as some of the other options. So again, we're going to be on stream here shortly testing these out. But thank you guys for stopping by, and hopefully this helps you out a little bit making some decisions on how to spend those iridescent shards.